I'm here to stream again, and I think I want to keep up this drawing thing here. I really enjoy doing this. It's a lot of fun. Um, yeah, I think I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm just making sure I've got my phone set up the way I need, and I will be zipping on over to my design work. I have actually two repls going on here, two design projects. This one is the next colorization of a quilt adjustment. So this black color here is incorrect. I want to make one quick tweak to that. So I'll start with that. It should take like a minute. It won't take long at all. And then after that, I'll be zipping over to here and trying to finalize my idea for the desk I'm building. And if there's any time for it, I might want to see if I can make a preliminary surface rendering function for this so that I get more than just a wireframe, because it's a little hard to read. It's a little hard to tell the shape of this sort of thing. So I will be working on those kinds of things and just having a nice go of it. That's going to be the story for me today. Just in case, if there's anyone who's tuned in live now, welcome, and feel free to ask questions in the chat, talk about projects you're working on, anything like that. It doesn't have to be code related. I'm interested in a lot of different things. I just happen to be streaming my programming. I think I'm going to close this for now too. If you're tuned in at all on the VODs or anything like that, please consider like, a comment, and a subscribe on the YouTube VODs channel. And if you're watching on Twitch, consider giving a follow. Those things are helpful to me. I want to grow this channel. I want to start focusing on building more content, building up my open source libraries on GitHub, and making content and tooling that is beneficial and helpful and also entertaining. And any bit of interaction is helpful. It can help change my understanding of what people are interested in. It can help me see what works, what doesn't work, and come up with new ideas and that sort of thing. So consider the fact that if you follow or help in any way like that, that you're part of moving the channel in directions that are worthwhile. So just consider it. No pressure, right? That's my blurb. Okay. I have to. Did that not work? Come on. There we go. There we go. All right. Sorry about any spam in the chat. That's just the way of the world. Okay. So let me have a quick peek at what I want to do here. Oh, I'm getting emails from Twitch here for a second. Sorry, a little distracted at the start here. Okay. Just reporting bot accounts, and Twitch is just letting me know that they took care of it. Okay, thanks. Sorry, losing my train of thought here for a second. Let me do myself one little favor. I'll get started in a moment. I am almost done. All right. Let's see if I can get my head in the game. Let's see what I can do. All right. Now we are cooking. Ready to go. Ready to go. Okay. All right. So, like I said, gonna just make the one change to this color here so that we've got something not horribly weird looking in there. There's a lot of changes I have to make. There's a lot more color in this design than in the previous, so there's a lot of little tweaks I have to make, but luckily it's gonna be way faster than the first time I drew one up, so I'm pretty happy with that. So I can actually do this going here. I can look at these template shapes and actually just change the color like this. And that should change both of these here, if I remember correctly. It does indeed. So that's a step in the right direction. And in fact, that shows up nicely here. You can see the different colors. I have to tweak the actual values of the colors. I usually want to lighten them up a little bit. What I do is just color pick from a picture of the actual fabrics in this quilt design. So this is an example. But what you can see is there's texture and variety in the fabric itself that makes it hard to pick a singular color that nicely represents it. In the case of pinstripe lines, I sometimes will try to make an SVG pattern and use that as a fill, but that has its own set of challenges. It's not always the easiest thing to do, but it is still important to get. And so, like, for example, this here, this is an intricate pattern in the fabric that I can't easily replicate. It's crossed my mind that what I could do is, with a picture like this, I could potentially straighten out the image, crop square sections of the fabric, and tile and make basically a texture image, tile it, and use that as a fill. But I'm not certain that that's the most helpful approach. And in some cases, it's not even like the tile size is too big. And anyway, point is, the color settings for these diagrams is a tricky thing sometimes. That's really all I'm saying here. So you could take this as an example. This doesn't quite look like this, right? The colors are confusingly off, if you know what I mean. In fact, I think that this might even need to be 3. Hard to say. Anyway, these are tweaks I need to make. I actually think it's like this, 4 and 1, like that. Point is, I've got work to do. No big deal. B1, B2. We'll start with that, and I'll go from there. Because this is almost certainly wrong, but it looks nice for now, so I can just go with that for the time being. And that is how I'm going to leave that, actually. So I'm going to just find this here. This desk is exactly what I'm working on now. So I'm going to kind of just switch this around. Let's get back to desk. Here we are. I'll leave this open for myself because I'm working on both of these things over the week. So it's nice to kind of just leave it open if possible. And here I am going to be kind of focused on this desk design here. So what's a good next step? I think what do I think? That's the trick. Okay, first of all, I do think that this has these triangle segments here. I have to adjust ever so slightly the height, of the shape. So to do that effectively, all I need to do is find the frame here. Have a little peek at this now. Okay, so here we go. This height should actually be the height minus the cross-section height. That should fix it, I think. Here, height minus cross-section height, and here as well. Save that, and it'll be very hard to tell the difference, but it looks like there's no more overlap there. This might be it's hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure that is more accurate to what I need, which is a good thing. So this height as well, it's currently just hard coded. I can't control it with the dials here, or the sliders, I mean. But what I'd like to do for now is actually adjust the height of the frame's hard-coded value here to say 7. Have a look at how that appears. Oh, oh yes, I have hard-coded 2 spots there. Yes, 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 yes. So I'm just thinking to myself about the design of this frame and whether or not it's actually a nice design. What I mean is, well, well, no, I'll go with it for the time being. Let me just think about it. It might be cooler to actually have the frame be set in from the edge. But before I go there, I do want to actually have a look at how this thing could look. I'm taking the top part off of the frame for the time being, and I'm just going to have a thought about, just going to think about for a moment the I'm going to put another panel of triangles in this bottom to see how it looks. My gut is telling me that it would look cool theoretically, but wouldn't really be that nice. It is hard to say. Okay. Yeah, let's start. I'll go to the frame here, and I will add one more plane in there, and use that as a start. Hello? Didn't do anything? That was weird. Okay, this one, I'm gonna start by rotating it also on the Z so that it should be flat. Well, that's not flat at all. What's the default orientation of this thing? Ah, there we go. Okay. So now this particular plane is going to have width minus that cross section and a depth minus depth of that cross section, right? That looks more or less correct. I don't know, I think it's kind of cool actually. Is it correct though. Let me zip on over to here and change up this view for a second here. Part views, assembly component. Something's wrong with this here. Why is that? What's going on? This is, of course, I'm being very silly here. Axes, ISO. That's the isometric axes, right? Here we are. I see what I was doing wrong yesterday. I was changing, this should be front transform here. Front, I guess, doesn't exist. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, a little hard to tell what's up here, but that's more or less what I do want to see. It's also, something's still wrong here. That should not be passing. Oh no, that's a problem. I see. The frame I have to position a little bit lower. Not a big deal. I just have to do it, of course. And everything else is starting to look pretty good. I'm thinking a little bit about this is hard to read, so I might have to change this up later, but I won't worry about that. I won't distract myself. Let's just fix the obvious stuff here for a minute. So the top of this desk is first being defined as a surface with a width, a depth, and a thickness, which is exactly correct. Then I translate it in the Z direction upwards to the height minus the thickness of that top. So the measurement of the primary height of the desk is from the floor to the top of the surface, which makes sense to me. So that's good. The leg I'll get to in a moment, but the frame here is a frame weldment. Frame is the frame weldment part with a width and a depth, which makes sense as well, and a height of whatever I put in there. And here, you know what? Let me do frame H. I'm gonna hard code it, and then I'm gonna do frame inset as 2 inches. So what I mean by that is just here the frame weldment width and depth are going to be a little bit different. They're going to be width minus 2 times the frame inset, and the same with the depth. So let's frame height, frame inset, yeah. Frame inset, and this is frame inset, with the height of FR height. That's that, and then the translate of it actually just has to be the total height minus, should be minus, well, let's see actually where it ended up when you just do, oh, that's gonna be wrong. Okay. Another little problem. This has to be 2 times, I think. The readability of this is a little low right now, unfortunately. Oop. Not sure what happened there. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that works. Is this gonna work? Yeah. Okay, that's promising. Is it correct though? That's the thing. I'm not sure that it is. You know what? I think it's not actually. So let me make a note to myself that I'll have to fix it, but worry about that later. See this here? It looks like I'm overshooting something a bit, and I can't right now think about why that is, but I will solve that one when I get to it. What I need instead here is well, what I need now is to move this into the correct position, which will be adjusted in this spot here. So I need H minus the frame height. That gets me close, but I think it'll be off by the thickness of the tabletop. Something is off here. If I make it minus T, okay, I'm gonna kind of move along forward with this as is for the time being, but something's a little bit off, and I'm not quite sure what the deal is there. Let me also check if I do this, does that still work? Yeah, the frame inset is at least working. We're getting some weird glitches on the perimeter now of that setup though, so something's a little strange. Now, the moment of truth for the legs here. So the legs now have to do, their total height is going to be different. Here, the rod leg component, which I'll work on in a bit, because I want to make it look cooler than it does. Here the height has to be frame height minus t there as well. That should put it at a much shorter height. There we go. Step in the right direction for sure. I forget what this number does. Oh yeah, that's right. It's like the top radius of the thing there. And here, these corner positions have to change now too. I'm just trying to think a little bit about how I actually do want this final thing to look. And the leg, I'm going to change this up. Okay, so what I'm going to do instead of this here, I'm going to do height, width, referring to the top width. That makes sense. And here, it's going to be a right angle triangle instead, so it's a little easier to line up here, and it'll look, I think, a little cleaner. Yeah, that's probably what I want to get at. Okay. I'm drawing different ideas in my brain right now, so I'm not not talking because I'm thinking about how I could make this look really cool. I think I don't want to overextend my idea though. Probably simpler is better. The triangle thing is going to look really cool, and it's going to be hard enough to execute, honestly, so I'll have to I'll rein in my desires a little bit with this one. It would perhaps be cool if the frame were a chamfered thing, if that makes any sense. Just thinking, that's all I'm doing. That's all I'm trying to do. Before I do that, I'll make this leg look more like what I want it to. I'll clean that up a little bit. So in order to do that, the top points need to be, let's go 0, 0, 0. Yeah. 0, 0, 0, width, 0, 0, width, whoops, width, 0. So that should still work and make it a right angle thing. Yeah, there we go. So now I just need to pick the right corners to put them in, and then rotate them into the appropriate orientation. So to do that, let's also make this 3, the width only 3. Yes, 3 looks a little nicer, could probably still work okay. And I'm gonna change how I approach this. For yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just make a list of X something, Y is something, and then rotate is 0, 90, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, that'll work, right? That'll work. Yeah. Yeah. So don't need to do this. Yep. Okay, so for all of that data, let, oops, not there, let we'll just do this. F/rotate the leg piece by 0, 0, and I got to rotate it about Z only. So I just pull R from data like that. And then the translate is just going to be X data, Y data. Nice and simple. That should all be valid in the big let statement there. Then I assemble it by doing a reduce into all that. Perfect. Right, so using that approach, what I need to do is just calculate the correct X and Y positions now. So let's make this first one basically let's see here. It's got to be half width minus the inset. Yep. Width divided by 2 minus FR inset. And also the Y value is going to be depth minus inset. So let's start by putting them all in the same spot and go from there. Just to make sure that it doesn't crash. Like, this should work. I just want to make sure it does before I get too far ahead of myself. Perfect. So I need to move. Well, first of all, let me now comment out all these other ones. Change the orientation back to the isometric, and I'll go from there. Whoa. I goofed. There's something wrong with the frame calculation. This here. There we go. Beautiful, kind of. Right, so this, oh man, it's so hard to see, unfortunately. I think it's time for me to try put in a rotate helper here and do that by this. And I have to go here and do this. F/rotate the shape along Z by, actually this is a fun experiment that I'm going to try. This might be too slow to calculate nicely in the browser, but I want to try it anyway. It might be fun. RZ, RY, RX. Let's have a look at how this works. And I'll do them all separately just for a little bit of simplicity. It might not actually make sense, but I'll try it anyway. RX 0. Okay. Right, so all I have to do Z, Y, X. I just have to add those into the state and then into the controls. RZ, RY, RX. Not sure how this is going to go, but it could be fun. It might be helpful. It might be a total bust. Param control. Oh, I should probably have this separate actually, now that I think about it. Let's do that. I'll copy this like that. Param controls won't have any rotate things going on. I'll just get rid of that here, so that doesn't change. And then this will be view controls, which will only have rotate stuff. So here I have to actually do a cursor into state directly. And I only need 4 here, and the cursor is going to be into control, just like this. Same idea. Yeah, that should work. I think it'll work. Okay, so Control R Z. I bet there's a way that I could make a macro that it kind of actually automatically sets this up for every part in the state, and then just renders it in an object so that I don't have to. So I could instead create a state atom, pass that through the macro, and it automatically creates all this stuff. That'll be something to do, I think, in the future. So let me actually leave a note to myself here. To make a macro that automatically builds appropriate views for controls given a state and or parameter map atom. It could look for keys and their values and automatically produce UI elements to control them. If you extend the spec of the state map, you can hint the controls and provide min, max, and possibly other constraints. Yeah, but that is a thing for another day, really. Okay, where was I? View controls. Here, I need to make sure I'm doing this correctly. Control. And this actually doesn't need to be called with params, it needs to be called with state. And the slider values are from 0 to 360. In a step size of 1 degree. Boom. With, oh, what? Uh-oh. Why was that way? I may have messed something up here. I think I missed something somewhere. Oh, here it is. I need another div to just contain those. There's that. Let statement closed, view controls closed. Perfect. Now to add into the state a new map here. Control RZ 0, RY 0, RX also 0. Okay. Should be okay. We'll find out in just a moment here. Now what I need to do is create that call. There's the assembly component, and then here I need to call in, I need to do view controls with state passed in. Let's see if it works. Not quite. Ah, yes, of course. A simple mistake, but a mistake nonetheless. Okay. Let's see what's up. Ooh. No visuals. Let's refresh that and see if we can get it working. It would appear that the answer is no. Let's inspect this and have a peek here. Ooh. protocol method. Did I forget a deref somewhere important? Probably these. We need to do at. Let's see if that's what I need here. Well, that was one issue, but there's clearly still some more. Okay, that was in view controls, so I missed it there as well. This should work, I think. Oh yes, this, of course. I did this nested state thing thinking I was being clever, but it's not really. It's not really smart, if I'm being honest. It's not really that good of an idea. I think that'll fix it though. Okay, well, there's still something wrong render-wise, but it's a step. Okay, let's hard refresh this for a moment and see what's up. Let's try, I'll only rotate one of these. If I hide this, does it work now? Interesting. Okay. Oh, I see. I see. I've done this wrong a little bit here. What I need is here's what I need to do. Change my approach ever so slightly. Right, so that's the object, and then the render here ends up being like this. If I do thread last, this object with these functions, okay. Let's see, hopefully that works. Yes. Okay, now the moment of truth. No dice on that one. Ooh, unfortunate. Unfortunate for what I wanted. It shouldn't be this, it should not have, I don't think this will matter, but it is worth seeing if the order that they show up in the document changes things, but yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Well, there is okay, so these numbers do show up there, right? That's not an issue per se. Let's go back to, let's pare things down to the easiest possible versions of things. No, okay, let's inspect, see if I'm missing something. Warning, warning. Okay, it's not giving errors. Those warnings I have to I don't remember how to get rid of them, but there is a way. It's related to how you set up just lists of things, but I can't recall how to do that yet, so I have to think about it in a minute. Just taking a... Hmm. Okay. Little mental break for a second there. Why is this going wrong? That's the thing I care about right now. I don't understand. Maybe it's a simple thing that I am not noticing. It's always a distinct possibility. What I'm actually, so if I change this to 90 degrees, does it render rotated? It does indeed. Ah, okay, so is it possible that the cursor isn't working? Here, no, because these cursors work. Hmm. I am unfortunately lost. I'm gonna get myself a coffee for a minute. I'll be right back. Just gotta be patient and figure this one out. I don't know what's wrong. Let's just try a new thing here. I don't think this makes sense, but well, I mean, maybe there's something about this. Maybe this doesn't return. Maybe this is not good, that it's a function. I don't know. Maybe this is just a big mistake. So let's test this by doing this essentially. Copy this into a thing called control state, where all I have is this here. Oh, oops. Let's do this. Control state is its own atom for now, and I just have to take a cursor like this instead. I should call it view state instead. That makes a little more sense here with this. And then instead of this needs two things. Right? Yeah. It's a bad way to do this. I'm not doing this very intelligently at the moment, but that's the first thing to try, and then I'll see how I should change it up. So what I think really is the smarter thing is just to have a single state atom, not to have this weird interdependent one. It just ends up confusing me. So the view controls takes a view state instead, and the assembly component takes state and view state, and that should work. Okay. Now to see if this, it still doesn't. Yeah, okay. Just have to be that. Uh-oh. Things are chugging. It's theoretically correct though. All right, so for the sake of a test, I'm gonna comment out a bunch of stuff. Actually, let me just do this. The assembly part here doesn't need the frame for right now. Okay, let's see. Am I getting what I want here? Not really. Huh, okay. Not what I expected. I guess that's not right. This state stuff, unfortunately, just messing with my brain a little too much. Okay, so that has the effect, kind of, that I want. This kind of has the effect that I want as well. That does, but this does not. That is the trick. That's the tricky bit here. This assembly function should, it does, this just isn't working. Here we go. This is a cursor that doesn't lead anywhere because I changed this to be wrong. There we go. There we go. That might now be pointing to the right spots. Let's have a look. There it is. Okay. Now we've got something. So now let's see if all of these will have an effect. Ooh. Oh, it does. It's just slow. Not surprising. Pretty cool though. I love it. All right, now the moment of truth. Let's see how this works. I think this will chug because I'm pretty sure it'll re-roll the points every time I adjust the angle. Seems to be the case. And that's not good. So I need to def once a set of points. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh no, it's popping. See that? The triangles are being re-rolled every time I make an adjustment, and so that's no good for, like, this is already an unoptimized projection calculation that's happening in the browser. This is not happening server side and then being sent. It's all being calculated client side. So there's got to be a smarter approach there. So I want to kind of cache the points there, and I'm trying to think about how to do that. So I don't want it, well, actually, maybe what I should do is how do you do that? Okay, so this, See, these randomly remove functions are what's happening here. Is there it's not memoize. I don't know if this is going to work the way I think it is. Oh, I could also, no. Maybe I do this. I have no idea if this is going to do at all what I want or need. I'm not totally sure. Oh. That's not right, clearly. So what I actually need to do is this randomly remove points thing kind of needs to be like calculated based on a seed, and the seed has to be def onced or something like that. This is cool. This is total distraction for a second. It's a ray tracer. That's pretty neat. Yeah. Huh. Well, this is actually potentially useful for me. View image here. Hey, this might be cool. You know what? Let's snap a little boom on that one. Okay. Why am I in images as well? That's not what I need. Oh yeah, I was I was being silly. Clojure. Let's see what. Let's try memoize this. Let's see if that's what I'm looking for, or if I truly. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's. Let's learn about memoize and see maybe if memoize is kind of the right way to head with this. Also, oh yeah, this is not done yet. Okay, first define a function that has an expensive computation to it, then a memoized version. Ah, there we go. Okay, let's see if that's what I want. Let's give that one a shot. Memasem. Oh, it can just be def memasem as memoize asem, right? Right, let's see if that can actually do what I hope it can. State controls. That would be here if I go like this, mem asem. Let's see what's what. Oh, it didn't fail on me. It also looks like it is not. It looks like it's not recalculating, which is a very good thing. Cool. Well, that actually was a lot easier than I anticipated. I'm pretty happy with that. Now, the obvious thing is this is kind of inherently slow because I have not optimized rotation stuff at all. It's cool in that it actually does work, which I am pretty jazzed about, but it's not at all user-friendly, nor is it very responsive, and that's definitely just because I really do need to improve how I really go about this. The original intent, like one of the reasons I didn't care too much about optimizing this stuff up front was, well, to get something working, and two, because the intent was not initially to work in like client-side Clojure script like this, but it was instead to work Clojure side, and Clojure would compile a document into a static web page kind of thing. Now, this is heading in the direction that is more sensible, but it does mean I have to start focusing on optimizing the approach. So there's work to do, and I do wonder if I can actually make it a lot faster relatively easily. I'm not sure. I think not easily, not today anyway, easily, but perhaps soon. Just I don't know. I'm not sure how to proceed with this sort of stuff. One second. I'm quite distracted today. And I'm just gonna be okay with that. Trying to figure out what I want to actually do in terms of speeding this up, designing this. I think what's fine to do is actually not worry too much about the details of memoize and all that stuff, at least for the time being. And what would be good is at least do this. Okay, so now all I need to do is get these feet oriented and positioned the right way. And I'll start RZ at 0 as well. Here we go. Oh, that's not correct. Okay. By the way, how does this work with a memoized? Huh. Okay. Neat. Okay. Design assembly. This is where I need to focus for a minute. Well, a few minutes. Wait, why did this stay at 90? That's not... Oh, maybe I have to refresh the page. It's supposed to be 0. maybe I didn't save it. No? Oh, right. I've got... this is dupe. I need to dedupe this. I don't need that there. I need this. Oops. Let's make this a one-liner. Yeah. Beautiful. Changing things in the wrong spot, like a classic guy who does things slightly wrong. You know. Let's do 400 by 300. Just shrink things down a little bit here. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good. Okay. I'm having a day today, in case you haven't noticed. It's just one of those little less focused kind of days, you know? Not exactly happy about it, but it's the way it is. Okay. Here I am. This is where I'm looking at this first. I'm gonna rotate 90 degrees because I think that's the correct way to rotate it. Okay, this is oriented the right way. I just now need to move it a little bit here. I need to go half D minus FR inset minus here this has to be leg width, which I made 3 there we go. Oh man, this is a long line, unfortunately. Don't love that, but that's the way it is. It's just gonna have to be fine. So that should pop up like this when it recalculates. Oop, there we go. Here. Okay, good. Can't really see it anymore, which is exactly what I want. So now this one, let's start. That'll be sitting out here. That is already rotated correctly, 0, which is really nice. So instead, what I need to do here is move this D -2 plus FR inset, right? That should pop it to the other side. Yep. And now here, I need to subtract leg width. There we go. Now for this one, I need to probably rotate it 270, I think. This should show up, it should be in the starting corner here. That's correct. Now I need to move it minus, yeah. And this has to be, oh, that's gonna be wrong. That has to be there. Oh, close, not quite. Oh, wait, what did I do wrong now? Okay, well, I just have to do this. Right, that should work. What am I doing wrong here? Something is not quite right. I don't know what I'm missing here. This is probably a simple thing. Let me see. Oh. It's not minus this, it's plus this. That should pop it. There we go. There it is. Okay. So that should mean what am I missing? Oh, this has to be 180, of course. 180. And all I need to do is move it on this spot. All right. Ooh, same mistake. Yes, beautiful. Is there a way I could kind of clean up how this looks just a little bit? I'm lately a little unhappy with my code indentation and organization and stuff like that, and I don't have an exact solution. I think probably it's a sign that I need to update my tooling a little bit, make it a little more semantically helpful, change the indent rules a bit so maybe they don't spread so far. I don't know, I have to think about it, but now I do want to have a peek at the part view. Let's make it isometric. It's a little strange looking at this. At this angle, it doesn't make sense to my brain. But it should all be I think I'm doing, there's something wrong with this leg. Oh, I think I see what's happening here. I think the leg bottom point is actually wrong now. I think it actually shouldn't be 0, 0. It should be this W. I think that'll make that sit straight. There it is. There we go. That looks correct now. So good. Okay. There's a few things I do need to do. I need to make a extrude along line function, but I don't want to do that today because my brain's not in the mood. The other thing I need to do is I'm just sidestepping some things. I wonder. Oop. Not at all what I want. So this is why. So this is why having controls like this is so unintuitive for rotating. It's not a good idea to set your controls up this way. Because so what I'm doing is I'm rotating always about the original axes every time, right? So nothing makes any sense. I wonder if this will actually be different if I do this. Although I think it'll still just be extremely unintuitive, and I just threw it together, so I'm not surprised, and I'm not trying to make a winner of a UI here. I'm just trying to get something halfway functional and just kind of go from there. So let's see if this application is different now. I don't know that it actually is. Yeah, no, it makes no difference. Although there we go, I'm actually kind of close to the view I was trying to get to. But there's a reason CAD software is nice to use with rotations and stuff like that. They have an actually intuitive approach. I'm starting to think what I need to do very soon is have a 2 render method. One, I need to make a WebGL thing so that I could render quick and have live control. And then another thing that renders, say on export or something like that, it renders a high res line work set kind of overlaid over the WebGL. I have to start turning my head towards that soon. That's gonna be tricky. It's gonna be a tough one. Okay, there's one interesting thing I wanted to try here, and that is I want to see if I can make a drop down selector for different views directly in the browser here. I wonder if I could make that work. So what I need to do is in the view state thing, what I kind of want to do is try transform, and I'll put a symbol in here, and I want to make it front XF. Let's start with that one. So what I have to do then is here, view state, I need another thing. XF is this, which is a symbol which I might be able to put directly here. Maybe. This does have to be like that though. Let's see if this will work. I'm not sure it will. It does not. Okay. Okay. Oh, I need to unquote it, I guess, right? So it's quoted here, like this, and then I just need to, what is it? It's like this, right? I have no idea. I don't work with this stuff frequently enough to just know it off the top of my head, as you can obviously tell. I did kind of think it would work though. But if I do, like if I quote shape slash front XF, what does that end up printing for me? Yeah, okay, so if I do that, invalid arity, oh, I do need something. Boy, my oh, maybe it's just the wrong. It's possible. Oh, this is also. Okay. If I quote this, it's nil. Okay, that's not. If I unquote it though, do I have to do it like this? Eval. Oh, eval doesn't, of course I can't even do that the way I want to there. There's something smart about this that I'm not thinking of at all. Oh, maybe let's try this. Let's just do partial shape slash isometric. Let's actually do shape slash right XF like that. That's what I was trying. Okay, then XF should just be like that, right? Is that gonna work? Evidently not. Clearly not. Clearly not. Okay. I'm not thinking about this in a very smart way, am I? Okay, here's an idea. Transformed is just going to be a key that's something like isometric there. XF is that. This shape render curves, I'm going to change how that function works. And it's going to work this way. Well, this is going to be removed because I don't need that. This one I am. Ooh, wait a second. Oh yeah, no, this I'll get rid of. Render curve can stay. Render curves is what I need to change here. And here, this is where XF key. And here, all I do is let XF be the result of conditional that's checking XF key equal to what? Isometric. Then the function is isometric transform. I think I only have right and top as well. So isometric right top, which, well, I hope I'm changing this in the right spot here. Scene rotations, these are not great yet. ISO top right. Okay, we'll start with those. Right top. Okay, that should clean that up a little bit. Here, okay, let's give that a good old save. And here we'll hard refresh this for a minute. Let's go back to this here. Get this working. Well, let's forget this. Let's just hard code that right in here for a moment. Isometric. That's not it. Okay, still something didn't work. Let's try one other thing. Let's just kill that for a second, so I should get something rendering in here, right? Okay, something's more incorrect than I thought. XF key, let XF be these things, right? What did I do wrong here? Is cond not working the way I think it is? Okay. Well, let's just do this. Okay. That's that, and then I just return XF. Oh, let's just do it this way. Oop. There we go. ASDF, right. Okay, so it is working. At least it should be working. Okay. And cond, you can also do an else, right? How does that work? So I got memoize here. Let's do cond. I forget how to do the else. I think it's just a key. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe they have to be like this. And then I should put the else. It's just isometric for now. See if that makes any sense. Yeah, let's try it. Okay, oop, wrong one. Oop, there it is. Okay, now we've got things kind of working. All right, there we go. Now I could use this, hopefully. So, okay, this here, render curves, let's now try link it back to the state part there. Okay. Okay. Good, good, good. Now, I do need to open yet another file. I don't know if I have drop downs at all in this yet. I don't think I do. Okay. Let's go find reagent. Because I think this had some drop down code that I could use as a base. I think this is where I've seen this before, hopefully. Yes. Let's see. Does it have drop down? There's a to-do list. That's not what I'm looking for at the moment. Complete demo. Timer color. Not exactly what I need, but It's a start. Oop. Slider. I could just do buttons maybe. Let's try that for the time being. Do I have a button input? I don't think I do. Let's try it. Let's do defen button value, right? And let's see if I could just wire it up. Let's try it. Type button value, oop, key, value at value, yeah. Then on change, reset value. Ooh, wait a second, something's a little, wait, no, that could be fine, right? Type button has a value of, I suppose that's fine. So button needs two things. It needs a label and a value. Okay, so this is weirdly, it's not value that goes in the value thing, it's the label. And then on click, not on change, on click, I mean, I suppose this could work for what I want. I want the button to just toggle to its set value, right? I think that makes sense. No, it actually doesn't. Well, maybe if I just use the label as, this is a bad, let's do proto button, because this is not very smart. I'm just being a little direct with things here. Reset value using, how does reset work again? Reset I think this is not gonna work. But I'm gonna try it anyway, because why not? Okay, so all I should need to do is head on over to, this is the wrong document. There we go. I need to get to the view controls, state controls here. View controls, that's what I'm looking for. I need to create a new cursor into the view control. Transform. Transform is transform, but I actually need, I need 3 different buttons here, and it's not going to be B slider, it's B proto button with the label and the value. Oh, this should be the other way around. So let's do it at XF. Sorry, XF. Let's make this one isometric. Okay. Did I do that right? Value label? Yes. Okay. Let's save that and see what's what. I think it won't work, but it is fun to try. Object. Okay, not working. I'm gonna go to the bathroom though, and I'll be right back. am just gonna try fiddle around with this thing for a little bit and then probably probably get going soon, if I'm being honest. So I'm not sure. I don't know what I'm doing. That's the problem here. Oh, well, first of all, there's one thing that's, oh no, that, I actually shouldn't. First of all, I'm gonna change this should look different than it is. This should have this. These should all be in the same div with only one label, because theoretically they're 3 buttons that control the same thing. That's what I'm trying to go for. So I do want them all to be in the same div like this. So first of all, let's see if that renders okay. It's broken. Yeah. Well, okay, let's say I do want it inside that div. That's fine. That could work. Let's try that. Okay, there's only, there we go. So that's closer to what I want it to look like, except this is super weird looking. It's not correct yet though, but let's see, let's try one other thing for a minute. Let's change this keyword here to right. It should at least change the view once. Oh, something didn't work. Okay, I think there's something wrong about how I'm actually assigning this. If I, okay, that does work. So the label, so I should be able to reset the value of the thing. Wait a second, am I doing it wrong now? Value at value. Come on. Well, first of all, let's do string label. Try this in here directly. Let's just do proto button from this. Just mess around with it directly. Okay, we've got the labels sorted, kinda. It is changing that, and it's just not changing this. All right. Well, that luckily can be worked on, I suppose. If you string a keyword, it should something isn't going right here. And what might that be? Well, what I could do is try to force this to be, I'll wrap this in a keyword call just to be safe, but I'm not sure, maybe. No, that's not it. No idea. View state xf. Am I getting the right value? View state xf. It's got a value of that initially anyway, or it's supposed to. But it does change into something incorrect, I guess. I wonder if this is what's happening. It's getting incorrectly coerced into something like that. It's possible, although I don't feel as if that's really what's happening, but let's have a look here. Okay, so if I actually just swap it with the value directly, nope, not quite. If I string the keyword of that, yeah, I don't get it yet. I'm still thinking. Well, what if let's just go back to @transform here. So things are still sort of linked anyway. We'll run a little low on time here. That's okay. Quick ideas. What could work here? On click, reset value to the label. Well, if that didn't work either. Am I supposed to? Oh, maybe it's as simple as this. There we go. Oh, pff. It's a thing of beauty. Okay, that's not bad. Now all I need to do is put this back the way I want it. B/proto button, will that work? Oh right, it's not totally correct. Wait a second, let me do this. Here's what I'm gonna do actually. I am gonna just get rid of it from here because it's not set up in a way that I actually am happy with. It works, but it's not really good in terms of design. So I'll take it out of there and just put it right here for now. Proto button, that works for me. And I have to go soon. I need to eat some food and take a break, but I want to just finish this little functionality up briefly. If I save this, this should work. Yes, okay. Now, if I, just to see, I'm not sure if this will work the way I want. Let's do, let's see, oop, this one will be wrong. Okay, let's see if this still works. It does, okay. Oh, no it doesn't. Okay, so the label, I have to reset value with keyword of the label, and that should now hopefully work. We'll find out very soon. Yes, okay, perfect. Perfect. Good enough for me. Okay, so using that, I can kinda get reasonable angles on things. Using the memo eyes, I don't have this. I only have it re-rolling, quote unquote, the randomization of the triangles when I refresh the screen. Oh, that's a little weird, but that's no problem. Oh, I should also, yeah, I won't worry about that right now. So like this proto button, the way it's set up here is pretty weird. There's a lot of dependence on, so you need to know that whatever label you give is valid as an option for switching to. You can only control a single thing with a button click, even though you might, like, imagine a button that is reset all angles or something like that, or clear rotation. You need it to actually control multiple values and multiple reset. Like, you need one action to control multiple values. So having a button that only works like this isn't very useful. I need it to, say, map over a list of, or or give a map of functions and controls and stuff like that for this to actually work the way, or for it to be, boy oh boy, I'm tired, for it to be more useful. But I'll have to get to that another day. This design is coming along reasonably well. I could conceivably, so it's not done yet because I need a way to communicate. So I'm going to be the one bending all these wires myself. So what I'll need is a system that numbers all of the triangles and gives me a reference of all the lengths that I need to bend something at, and it calculates it automatically for a randomly generated set of triangles. That's going to be hard, but if I can set that up and let that export to, say, like a totally static site or something along those lines, or maybe a grid of all numbers and all shapes or something like that, then I'll have to work on that. And what I kind of want to do is have the design in a workable state by Friday, so that Saturday I can actually build it, and I can actually start to build it, because this is going to take a while. But maybe that's a little aggressive. I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But it is time for me to go. I'm too tired. I'm not getting anywhere anymore, so may as well call it for the day. Thanks for tuning in, if anyone's tuned in, and I'll be back on Thursday and Friday. Have a good night.